Welcome and thank you for visiting. In this session, we'll be going through a simple yet effective process to help you toward the more abundant life you desire and deserve. If you're ready to begin, and you're in a place and time that does not require your full attention, such as driving or operating tools or equipment, and you're not playing this aloud in a moving vehicle, then go ahead and allow yourself to get comfortable now, and we'll get started. Decide if you want to drift off into a nice, deep, peaceful sleep at the end of this session, or if you'd like to be alert and back to a normal waking state. Each time you utilize this program, you can decide for that specific encounter how you'd like the session to end, based on what context works best for your objectives at that time. Settle into a nice, safe and secure, comfortable position and feel free to adjust yourself or the device you're using at any time to help you feel as good as possible as you begin now to focus your attention on your own breathing. All right, just allow yourself to be as lazy as you want to be and follow along with me closely, perfectly, in vivid detail, as you think about what we are discussing here, listening quietly to the sound of my voice. And while you're listening quietly to the sound of my voice, you begin concentrating for a few moments on your breathing. Breathing slowly and steadily, just as though you were sound asleep, or pretending to be sound asleep. And just as if you were pretending to be asleep, go ahead and close your eyes down now. Almost as if you were trying to trick someone into thinking you were sleeping deeply and causing them to think twice, and then decide not to disturb you at all. And imagining perhaps just how comfortable you might look to them and even to yourself while you're relaxing there, using the power of your mind and imagination to see yourself, some enjoyable version of yourself in your mind's eye, and then using that same powerful imagination of your mind to do whatever has to happen both inside and outside to make you look even more relaxed now. And as you're still thinking about your deep, slow, easy breathing, making quite sure that each breath you inhale lasts the same length of time as the previous breath in, and each breath you exhale lasts the same length of time as the last breath out, even though each breath in will probably be slightly shorter than each breath out. And also making quite sure that each breath in lasts the same length of time as the next breath's in, and each breath out lasts the same length of time as the next breath's out, even though each breath in could possibly be slightly shorter than each breath exhaled out. And while you're thinking about your breathing, noticing perhaps the weight of your head as it rests even more comfortably in that spot you've placed it for this experience, and how you've made it so relaxed and peaceful there, as it looks like you're in a deep, deep sleep. And still listening quietly and intently to the sound of my voice and responding to the suggestions I'm sharing, suggestions you want to help you from where you are to where you want to be, and how making those changes and adjustments that you've decided to make will quickly and easily make things so much different for you, so much improved, so much richer and more abundant in those areas of your life. And while you're listening quietly to the sound of my voice, it may be that you'll become aware that you've forgotten for a few moments to think about your deep, relaxing, rhythmic breathing. But that's all right. You can simply start thinking about your breathing again now, while you're listening quietly to the sound of my voice and what I'm saying to you here. And perhaps as you do those things, you'll also become aware, just slightly, of the music playing or any other sounds around, but they will just serve to help you concentrate even more perfectly on the sound of my voice and the suggestions we share. And as I continue to talk and you continue to focus on the things I've mentioned, it's likely that you, like most people, will become aware of the temperature in that place you are now. It may be perfect as it is, or it may be a little warm or a little cool. And no matter what it is right now, that will help you concentrate and turn your focus back onto your own breathing and what your body looks like as it continues to relax and hear the sound of my voice over the music and other noises. And as you do, you might become aware of how profoundly relaxed that arm has become, and how you have the ability to relax every muscle, nerve, and joint in your arm to the point that if you were to try to lift or even move it, you would find that you have relaxed it to the point that it just won't work. Imagine and enjoy that idea and sensation now, especially as you hear the ideas I'm sharing and continue to focus on your breathing and what it might look like to be on the outside of yourself, watching that arm so relaxed that it wouldn't move at all. I wonder how well your memory is working as you struggle to remember these things. The weight of your head, the depth and rhythm of your breathing, the music in the background, any noises that might be occurring in the area, how you look from the outside, the temperature of the room, that arm that may be so relaxed that it won't move, the sound of my voice, and the other things I've mentioned that you may notice. And now you can think how good it will feel, how clean and crisp and clear it will seem in your mind when you simply allow yourself to think of only the most important thing of all at this moment and for this time, concentrating all your energies on that one most important thing, which is going to be so easy to think of now that you're going to allow yourself to think of only one thing instead of 5, or was it 7, or perhaps 9. All that matters now is how good it feels to think of only one thing, to focus your concentration on the reason you've chosen to enjoy and benefit from this process today. Perhaps you will forget to remember to focus on all those other things. Perhaps you'll remember to forget about them. Either way, as you concentrate all of your focused attention now, it's easy for you to imagine that you're seated in front of 2 screens, perhaps on a computer or in a movie theater, or some other place where you could have 2 displays side by side. Begin now to create 2 pictures or video clips, or maybe even movies actually, on those screens in your mind and imagination. On the left screen is the picture or movie of how things have been in that area of your life, and perhaps how things are now. On the right screen is the picture or movie of how you want or need things to be in your life, and make it wonderful and abundant in all good things. This could be as simple as changing one thought or habit, or it could involve a complete rescripting and remaking of your whole life's plotline. It could involve one area or many, and since you can go through this process anytime you choose to, you can make any changes to the script that you'd like to each time you do. It doesn't have to be perfectly scripted this time through. Progress rather than perfection. Edits and rewrites are standard practice, even as the script is being lived out. Adjustments, refinements, introducing new locations, plot twists, characters, props, and more are completely normal and acceptable, as this is your living movie, being experienced in your imagination in the future, but also being lived out in real time, day by day. The only right way to do it is the way you're choosing to do it now, whether that is by conscious choices or free-flowing imagination. As you concentrate now on being the producer, director, and main character in both of those scenes, it's easy for you to understand how to transform yourself and your life from the left scene to the right scene, from the left script and roles and support cast, backgrounds and props, to the right script, roles, support cast, background, and props. You are the screenwriter. You are the director. You are the main character. You are the creative force. You decide on the props, the backgrounds, the support cast, and all the other aspects of the life you create. The life that is being portrayed in the right screen, the right scene, the right scenario, the right life, the more abundant and amazing life that you have designed and created by the different thoughts you have and the different decisions you make, the different actions you stop doing, and the more productive, supportive actions you begin taking now and from now on. Every time you choose to interact with this program, you'll find it gets more powerful and productive in supporting you to do what is called in the movies a fade. Fading from that left screen as those old thoughts and actions fade out of your life script, and fading into that right screen, that right life, and the new powerful supporting thoughts and behaviors become brighter and more focused. Better and more vibrant as the plot line shifts continually into that life you desire, design, and deserve. Art imitating life, and life imitating art, as you design and produce the amazing blockbuster that is your life story. For the next few moments, just allow yourself to develop and play out the scripting and the videos as you fade from left to right and concentrate more and more on the right screen and your wonderful future. That's right. Good. Continue to design and let that right movie of your amazing future play now. With those changes made and the new thoughts and habits serving you better than those old faded ones ever could have. Continue that now. I'll be back with you in just a bit. You can continue to allow the scenes to develop and play out in your own imagination as you concentrate on the sound of my voice and the suggestions I'm sharing. As you probably already know, each time we interact, whether through a recorded program or with me in a live online or in-person session, you can allow the sound of my voice to guide you even more deeply, more quickly, and more perfectly into that wonderful state of mind and body that you desire, and into the thoughts, habits, and objectives that best get the results you desire, as well as serve you all throughout your life. The comfort and connection grow stronger and allows you to gain more and more benefits from our encounters, no matter how we are interacting. In a few moments, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and we will be bringing this session to a close. With each number I count, you will drift further and further into the ending for this session that you have chosen. If you want to drift off into a deep, peaceful, restful sleep when we finish up this time, you can allow yourself to do that with each number I say, and by 5, you'll have drifted very deeply asleep. If you've chosen to emerge and return to full awareness today, then you'll find your energy level and awareness increasing with each number, with each breath, until, by the count of 5, you are alert and rested like you've had a nice, long, refreshing nap. Whether you've chosen to drift off to sleep or emerge to fully alert, the peace and relaxation you feel will continue to flow, and you'll maintain the wonderful feelings you've gained during our encounter here. 1. About to finish up this session and looking forward to more time together and even more benefits to come. 2. Feeling physically perfect, mentally perfect, emotionally calm and serene. 3. Peace and calm flooding your mind and body inside and out. 4. I appreciate our time together, and I hope to hear from you again soon. 5. That's right. Thank you, and congratulations.